Expect chilly sunshine through scattered clouds on Friday. Good Thursday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, all is quiet on the Ultimate Doppler radar presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire shop and auto repair since 1953. However, if you look a little more closely, expand the view, there's a few snowflakes up there in southeast Kentucky. You'll notice the Weather Service out of Jackson decided to expire their winter weather advisory a little early. It was supposed to go to midnight, but they pulled the plug on that. Still some flakes flying across southwestern Virginia as well and up towards, say, the Great Lakes. I can see some flakes around Detroit, Buffalo, and Chicago even at this hour. Our high temperature today hit 41 degrees in Knoxville. I was expecting 42, 49 the normal high. Record high from 1950 was 74 on this particular date. Now, we hit 42 in Tellico Plains. We hit 45 in Athens, but it was cold. Mentioned this morning, mid-30s, about all we would muster in the plateau. We had 34 both Crossville and Jamestown this afternoon, and they hit 45 in Chattanooga, 40 Johnson City, and 41 in Nashville today. A little bit milder, a couple of degrees, 44 in Memphis. Now, headlines, we're talking about turning colder tonight, mid-20s. Ooh, that's harsh. And then chilly sunshine, few clouds Friday. That's nice, at least it's dry. And it stays mostly sunny on Saturday. Then things get more interesting next week, which we'll explore here in mere moments. But I want to show you, or at least remind you, that we've seen quite a bit of snow reports over the last 24 hours. They have moved up from maybe Arkansas, where some areas had 9 and 12 inches. So, I think it was 9 inches in Missouri I saw yesterday at this time. It looks like 2.5 here, 2.5, 4.5. Let's see, what do we have? 2.7. Nothing too excitable, but 8.4. Where's that? That's Michigan. Michigan got 8.4 inches of snow in this particular county. I guess that's Washtenaw. I don't know. I'm mispronouncing that. But Michigan did pick up about 8.5 inches of snow in 1 or 2 locations. Now, if you are looking for a change in the weather pattern, it's coming. I've talked about this. This is a battle between the cold air and the warm air. And normally, if you're on the really cold side of the ledger, it's probably pretty dry. But we're not on the extremely cold area. We're right on the edge. And I think there's going to be an interesting week that we have next week. Hint, hint. That's why I encourage you to make sure you join my premium service, because we're talking about all the possibilities. You'll notice it's also above average in terms of precipitation through the 5th of February. That takes us well past Groundhog Day, which is February 2nd. So if we've got, colder air, wetter air, I kind of like that recipe. If you're on Team Snow, don't you? I mean, colder, wetter, yeah, that seems like a good recipe going into February. So if you like that, maybe you're liking what we're going to see down the road. But it looks like it's above average precipitation for Knoxville, for Charlotte, for Richmond, and Huntsville, Alabama as well, and everybody East Tennessee. So if we see something interesting, I think this may be the next week's to see it. Polar vortex facts, area of low pressure, north-south poles, yes, always present, it's always there, but it's miles above the surface. Many of us remember the Arctic blast that it came a couple of days before Christmas. Could we be seeing another one of those type of vortexes changing gears heading into next week? Well, it's weaker in the summer, it's stronger in the winter. So let me give you the facts, and also note that it can be disrupted, right? We're noticing right now a very warm trend, what's called a stratospheric warming process, that could send some of this cold air south. Now, there is a difference between the polar vortex in pink, that's 10 to 30 miles above the atmosphere, of the surface, I should say. And then the polar jet stream is typically 5 to 9 miles above the surface. And when it's like so, it's kind of stable, right? The polar vortex is always there. It's just more amplified during winter. When it's stable, it tends to be east and west to east, so you don't see much change. And when it's west to east, you get above average temperatures down to the south. Those are the impacts. But when it's disrupted, like it's doing now, like we're seeing going on in some parts, the weaker low pressure, the cold air pushes southward. We saw that on the 23rd of December. We may see something modified like that going into this next week. But the impacts of cold air coming south, temperatures below average, it can also do damage to crops. We saw frozen orange juice weather, like I called it in Florida. They also felt this extreme cold at the end of December, and they may be feeling a little bit more of this over time, but we'll wait and see how this plays out. Dangerous wind chills, we know that occurred back at the end of December. Hard freezes occur in southern latitudes, and you can also, last but not least, get damage to sensitive crops. So just what the disrupted vortex could look like going into early February. Mostly cloudy and cold Some stray flakes tonight. We're seeing up to the north, up towards southeast Kentucky. When you wake up tomorrow morning, should be in the mid-20s. Knoxville, 25. Sevierville, 22. And Crossville, Jamestown, about 22 degrees. Tomorrow, it's still chilly, despite the sun and scattered clouds. Gusts around 20 miles an hour, but generally 5 to 10. We should make it to about 44, which is 3 degrees warmer than it was today. 45 in Oak Ridge, 46 in La Follette, 42 in Middlesboro, 44 in Crossville. Here is your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville and East Tennessee. We go from 44 to 55 on Saturday. So, whoa, it's like Team Spring's coming back. What's there to worry about? I mean, everything is good with the world. But then I play this a little further out. Now you see we're in the low to mid-50s Sunday and Monday. More some showers, some leftover rain, more rain showers on Tuesday. Got some snowflakes thrown in there. Dropping down to 29 Wednesday morning. And then we may see rain on the front end of Thursday, but could Friday be the snowmaker? There's some interesting options here, and we're discussing it on the premium service, so I hope you'll join me there. It's very easy to sign up. Go to CaptainAccurate.com. I have all the details. By the way, if you want something free, the Captain Accurate weather app is free. It's always been free. It has Pete Michaels traffic. You get Pete's updated traffic reports 24/7 all the time. Keep you and your family safe. Just search Captain Accurate in the App Store and Google Play. Very easy to find. And very thankful for you, because I know that many of you love winter. Some don't. Some say, I love snow, or I just want one good snow. Well, maybe we get that soon. Maybe it's sooner than later, but you got to stay tuned. I'll keep you updated as best I can. Anyway, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.